Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And then just as a note on this, we did have our hearing since our last meeting on the protected order, he did not appear, and so it was dismissed with prejudice, so he can't file again. On the list of properties, yours, and then if you have one, you could drop it off at my office. If you
Yeah.
want to.
I think I have 10, but I started on, yeah.
Do you guys wanna move forward with all, you wanna do 10 UBOs, or do you wanna do 5 as UBOs, and then 5 as warning letters, or whatever ratio?
Part of mine, I didn't list them as such, and I probably should have, but probably half of them were just, they need a letter for property maintenance. And then the other 5 are actually,
That's
they
it.
need some work on the property for sure. Either a couple broken windows, or there's no door on the house, or things like that, so.
We probably ought to get together because I'm sure we got some of the same ones.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll have a list, a better list, and I'll try and send that out if you can drop yours off to me in the next few days here.
It has to be Monday because I'm leaving it.
Okay. And then we'll get those started and hopefully get some of these ready or set for hearing in August.
I can specify on the ones I have that some are definitely property maintenance. And at least 2 of them, I can remember off the top of my head are definitely property maintenance, and then the rest would be like a
Unsafe.
letter. Yeah.
Okay, send me your list, we'll get a spreadsheet going and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And that's all I have on UBOs.
Okay. Next up, park board.
Okay, Emily aid with the, I think she's 4-H.
Extension.
Yeah, that's what she, wanted to know about trunk or treat on Thursday, October 23rd. If they'd be fine to do that at the park. I'll check with you guys first.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Alright. Second thing. We're looking, we talked briefly about, and I don't know if Amy talked with Kevin or not, but the mowing the trails between the new park that we just built the trail and down at the falls. Besides the fact that Michelle doesn't mind doing it, but when she doesn't have time, like this summer, we haven't had time. Maybe contracting it out. I mean, we could probably find a college kid that would do it for like $500 for the whole summer. They'd only need to mow probably 4 weeks, 5 times all summer between those trails, the 2 parks trails. But we didn't know if that was okay. What do you guys felt about that using?
I have no problem using the contract. My only concern would be insurance. We should be okay on that. Yeah, I have no problem with it. About you guys?
Yeah, I mean, if you got a budget item that you can spend it out of, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. That's it.
All right, thank you. Next up, Kevin.
One item I have is the Bobcat track loader and mini excavator. We've been trading them every year. Last year we did for 21,126.04. This year it looks like it's gonna be about 39,822.08. It was all market driven on used equipment. But you're getting $148,000 worth of equipment for that price.
Well, they giving us for the old stuff.
I don't know. The 2024 58.5 and 53,250 is what they're showing. Together, it's $148,000 for both pieces of equipment. Both of them together, $148,000. We can do the trade for 39,822.08. I'd like to at least do it this year if we possibly could. It maybe, if it keeps going up, maybe it's not worth it.
You think? Have you given any more thought to doing just the monthly? I mean, where we basically lease it from? rather than just buying it outright, or is this the program?
This is the program,
This is.
yes.
So essentially, the equipment costs us then basically $39,000 this year.
Correct.
Okay, I'm just trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah, last year we done it for 21.
And you said just that one piece of equipment, what'd you say that about?
Two, I
It's-
think it's
Just to get some,
two
right
pieces.
And the mini excavator.
And it was like 150,000.
around, yeah, well, 40 acres.
Make a motion, we do it one more time, spend the 39 for the trades, and then we can look at it again in 26.
Sorry.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 So I'm like,
All right. Thank you. All right, called Daniel with the apartment complex. Just to find out, I hadn't heard anything from him basically. And he said that they are still a go. And they are waiting on some engineering updates. But he said that they probably will not start until 26 now on construction.
They don't start at 26.
And pool update, we are gonna start, Paul or Kevin, if you guys want to speak about it, I just wanted on the agenda so we could mention what the meeting was today. August 4th, okay.
Looks like,
That's when they're gonna start.
I spoke with Miss Vicky after the meeting about scheduling I know during the meeting we said we weren't going to, but HWC kind of talks into it, which I think it is good. Mike's mentioned the marketing part of the pool. So it looks like tentatively it'll be the 2nd of August will be our groundbreaking ceremony for the pool. And I say tentatively until I hear back from Vicky definitively. And she's trying to get some people lined up for that. So obviously the whole community is invited. I don't know if that'll be very long, maybe some golden shovels or something, or well, 10 shovels or whatever. But so that looks like it's gonna be a long second.
It looks like we're gonna be in time to even open it next year.
hopefully, yeah, kind of goes right, well, should be, yeah.
Yeah,
The layout of and Kevin saw this too, the layout of the timeline. Looks like it's gonna fall perfectly inside the window to miss the fair with construction and on the front end, we're missing something. Oh, I forgot. There's two things we're kind of hitting in the middle of. I can't remember it now for this year and then next year's fair, but looks like it's perfectly timed out. I would like to say by design, but we all know that's not true. but it does look like it's gonna work out.
That's all I have. Paul, next.
So on the Kiger Right edition easements, so it's changed even a little bit from I emailed Ingrid or called her or something, but
First part two,
uh,
first part two edition.
yes, yes, Forest Park 2 edition. So I spoke with several of the residents up there, and I don't know if we're gonna waiting much longer is gonna change the dynamic of where they're gonna be at as far as wanting to sign. I did talk to one of the guys up there who's told me that he's gonna flat out refuse to sign a new easement. And so that would be and Kevin can speak to this, that would be the splitting the line that basically runs behind my section of that neighborhood. And so with that in mind, I would propose, after speaking with Kevin too, that we basically double back on that line like it is now, and replace the wire as it is now. And as far as the easements, for the people who haven't signed, I'm not opposed to granting like temporary easements for amount of time, as long as the reason we're granting this easement makes sense, right? If they're just avoiding the easement altogether or avoiding helping altogether, I'm not necessarily for that, but once again, I don't know how we cross that bridge if it were to happen, you know, where we have one naysayer in the whole neighborhood. And then we punish the rest, everybody else who possibly did sign those easements, right? Yeah, I think if they told me that, I'd be like, it's not my job, but.
Just out of curiosity, Kevin, if you started digging up someone's front yard and put a utility pole up to run that electric line up, how hard would it be to undo that? Cause I think if you get 2 or 3 of those up, I think we get the rest of these.
She's probably right. But
I'm just saying.
Kevin might get chased off with a pitchfork too.
Carrots.
And so like, I don't know how you guys feel about offering those temporary easements, and I don't mind being the guy to talk to him and hear the reasons, and then we can have him come to a board meeting. What I don't want to happen is to stall the project. I know it's been talked about for years that we need to do this. And if we don't move on it some way, shape, or form, it's just gonna stall some more. And I can go talk to these people, just get the list from Ingrid on who hasn't signed. And I'm sure some of those people, like I know at least one couple that tried to sign and then they didn't do it right. And so they're not signing it is not because they didn't want to, it's because they didn't do it right. So I'm sure there's people up there that are like that. And if I go knock on the door and say, hey, where you at on this? I think a lot of them will sign.
You notarize things.
That'd be great. Absolutely. And I think we can get most of them taken care of that way. The two I'm worried about are the 2 new easements. They seem pretty firm-footed that they're going to be a thorn. And I don't necessarily disagree with some of the reasoning either, right? We'd be asking both of them to offer up a 3rd easement on their property when everybody else has 2. I understand what Kevin's saying, that, you know, it's going to cost the town more in wire to continue it the way it is now, or to go around that. But I think that's a more fair option. It's a more fair option than asking two individual residents to give up a 3rd easement. And I think there's a lot, and we saw that in the meetings, there's a lot of misunderstanding what the easements are and what they mean. And I think if we're going door to door, talk to people, I think we can explain it better than we can in a meeting where we got 30 people talking at the same time. And I just want to, this isn't nothing we need a motion on, but I wanted to give an update on, because I just got it today, on the Greenway project. Well, first, I don't want to jump too far ahead. Are you guys okay with offering a temporary easement if that's the only way we can go forward?
Yeah, that's gonna help with the project.
And then I would suggest that we offer that temporary easement after hearing their case, if you will. So like, if they want a temporary easement, they have to come present the case to us and at a regular meeting. And if we're agreeable to it, then we can offer it. But I just don't want to say, well, we'll offer them to anybody who wants one.
We release their name if the easement is expired and their power goes out, you can get back on their property and fix it.
Sure. I probably won't be here then, but do a good job, Kevin.
I goes out, you can do anything you want.
That's true. Yes, I will.
Easy for you to ask stuff, it's just up in the air on all the driving on the road,
A lot easier.
a lot easier.
So I'll make that motion that we go forward with the ability to offer a temporary easement upon a hearing and approval of the town board.
I'll second that. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 And then, as I was doing earlier, I'm going to jump to something I just got updated on. So the update just came to me, but I knew about it. So the Greenway project, the bid came in. So we had a pre-bid meeting on the 21st. Oh yeah. So the Greenway project is the Falls Trails project. Kind of use that language interchangeably. It was the scope of the project was paving the trail down by the falls, building a pedestrian bridge and connecting a set of stairs to the current set of stairs. And there's some other like stone pathway. So that's what it is. And Miles on the park board can fill me in fill it in if I'm missing anything. Yeah. So that we sent that out for bid. We had a pre-bid meeting on the 21st, 6-week bid period. we had two bidders show up to our pre-bid meeting. Neither of those contractors actually bid on the project. We only had one contractor bid on the project. We did contact those contractors that we thought were going to bid on it who didn't, and we asked them like, what prevented you guys from bidding on it? Some of the answers we got back were the complexity of the site, the hills, and then working in a waterway. And their current workload was probably the biggest one we heard. And then the size of the project. It's not a very big project, but they had to dedicate a lot of man hours to it. We did have the one company that did bid on it actually didn't show up to the meeting about it, which was Morphe, but they were $1 million over estimate. And so obviously we're not going to go forward like that. So I think what we should do, or what the consensus was with going forward with the project at all, and staying within the scope of the spending the ready fund. So we're getting a grant for a lot of that funding, and we got to move on that fast. So would be to change the scope of the stair construction and the bridge construction, because we bid it out as using FRP material, and the contractors, Morphe, said they weren't real familiar with that, working with that material, and so that was part of the reason their bid went up, is they had to learn that material. And another thing was, to drive the pylons or pilings, they were concerned that they couldn't get equipment that was heavy enough down into that waterway without tearing things up, that they were going to need a big crane. And so they put that rental of a big crane in their like an asphalt pathway pavement.
The thinking behind doing that instead of just doing regular, logs, like kind of just filling up for logs, setting it down.
So the big thinking behind that, honestly, was money. It sounds convoluted, but we called it the Greenway Project earlier. The reason we got some of those funding, $1.1 million of the funding, was because we incorporated it as part of the Greenway Project as a whole. And so what the Greenway Project is different communities in 6 counties along the Wabash River all wanted to have like biking trails and bike paths. And the standard for those trails on that Greenway were paved trails. So when we submitted our application for these grants, we also submitted it as paved trails to fit in with the Greenway Project as a whole. And so continuing on with
That's why you got money is by.
yes, a large portion of money came that way. The 300,000 of the money did come from the town, 200,000 came from the county, and 1.1 million came from grants. And both those grants were tied to working with the Greenway, it kind of having a uniform trail system, if you will. There's no specific reason why a dirt trail wouldn't work for hiking. Of course, that's 99.9% all trails are dirt trails, but that's the thinking behind it. But that being said, it's a good point, good sidetrack, because we're thinking now we should run this back to bid and change the scope, change the different, so basically we want to spend that money that we were granted and run it back to bid, doing just the bridge and then the connection stairs as an alternate. One of the other things that Morphe contractors, the people who actually did bid $1 million over, they said that one of the other problems they had is they were going to have custom railings to match AccuBurn's railings that are on the stairs out there already. And they tried to get AccuBurn to do it, or they contacted them, and it doesn't look like AccuBurn was interested in continuing those rails anymore.
So you're asking all the way down the waterfall trail and railings?
No, these would be railings on the stairways, on the bridge, and yeah, there's 2 different stairs. There's stairs that are there currently, and there'd be a section of stairs that we connect the bridge to the current stairs. But AccuBurn doesn't seem like they're interested in continuing those, supplying those rails, and so that caused an issue with the overbid. And I think the contractor, I don't know this, I'm speculating here, I think that they built into their price finding somebody to duplicate those railings. But so that leads us to where we are today. We want to send it back out to bid and reduce the scope and see where the prices come in at. And like I said earlier, we are in a big time crunch on this. So, and I just got all that update from HWC a few minutes ago. So I just wanted to put that out there. All right, that's it for me.
Amy, leak adjustments,
Yeah, I just have the one.
like total adjustments, 585.29. Aileen Craft.
I'm making a motion. Pay the leak. Are we allowed?
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Linda,
I just wanna mention that we're having a move to the street fair, so whoever become that line help. 2 to 6. Have lots of magnets and little snacks for the kids. We have index cards to help with the school supplies that they're doing. And Brian's gonna help with have an easy up and table, and we got our banners. So if anybody else can be there.
if you guys aren't opposed, if anybody has any interest, I was gonna. If somebody asked, I wasn't gonna put a sign up that says, yes, I will show you the building, but if anybody asked, I would gladly bring them in and show them if you guys don't have a problem with that.
No,
No.
no, but I think, well, yeah. You're talking about I'm sorry, I was out. You're talking about the pool or
No, street fair.
Okay,
It'd be right out
okay,
front.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ingrid,
First up on tax abatements, the steel tech abatement for the confirmatory will be heard at your August meeting. It got bumped back because Roberta was on vacation. I ran out of runway to run the big advertisement, so. That was bumped back, Steel Tech is aware of it. AHW submitted their CF1 late. I sent that all to you a couple weeks ago. They appear to be in compliance with their SB1 and didn't see any issues. I do not have a copy of that with me tonight. I apologize. You can vote on it tonight or you can vote on it at your August meeting, but they started theirs in 2019. So they're a little over halfway through their abatement schedule.
let's table them, or table the AHW until August, we'll just do them both.
Second one on the food vendor permitting is sweet. We were asked to take a look at reasons to deny, pass to the staff. The food vendor applications, this is for competition with, town ordinance. I added section 3 to the permitting process where the town council can deny any application for any reason that they see fit, including competition with town events. Pretty simple. You guys can either pass that or table that tonight, that's up to you.
That's it. Make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-07.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye. How many copies did she?
And then last one that I just wanted to bring up is the full attachment agreement. I sent this to you guys earlier today. This one in particular is for Aquila, something like that, for Joint to run their infrastructure across the fall span. It's 2 poles. And then this would be the good form of the full attachment agreement going forward. So if you guys are okay with that, I will let them know tomorrow. And if not, then we can talk about it in August.
You wanna make a motion to
Yeah.
approve the full attachment?
Yeah, is that 08? You know, 2025-08 was the full attachment. I read it in the email, but you don't have a hard copy here, do you? Full attachment ordinance. Agreement?
Through.
Oh, okay, good.
With Joint for them to run there.
Somebody else thought. You sent that today or yesterday? Oh, there it is. I found it. I'll make a motion that we approve the full attachment agreement with Joint Fiber.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
And then last thing, just note that Judd and I will both be on vacation, the last week of July from the 26th to August 2nd, so we are both unavailable. So if you guys are planning on having any emergencies in town, it would be great if you could let me know like next week instead of
So when did you?
the 26th to the 2nd.
You said 26th.
Yeah, July 26th, through August 2nd.
Public comment.
I have two questions that now.
Sure, yeah.
Well, so I'm new to this, so I'm not, and it's this town council, right?
Uh-huh.
And who, what are these the same meetings that you guys have like at 8:30? I know there's like during the weekday, there's morning meeting, or am I confusing that?
That's the county.
That's what?
County.
Oh, okay, so there's a.
The county commissioners.
County commissioner, and what, can you just tell me the difference between what you guys do and county commissioner?
We only are in charge or have operations within the town limits of Williamsport.
Okay,
And the county commissioners cover all of the county.
okay, like the bigger part things,
Uh-huh.
okay, and they don't have like public meetings.
Yeah, they
Yes, yeah, can go in.
But-
First,
8:30. 8:30 on the first and third Mondays.
I think every
And their schedule is posted.
every quarter they do an evening meeting.
At 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they just had their last one on July 7th, so it'll be a while before they have the night one again.
Okay.
Except on leap year, then it's 4 hours later. No, I'm just. Who'd you say you were? I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cheney Moses.
Cheney Moses. And you said you just moved to this area?
Well, no, kind of, I came here in high school, went to Cedar, graduated. I'm telling you, my husband went to Purdue, but he's a Milligan, they've been farmers here for a really long time, so. Got family here, but yeah, we moved back about 3 years ago, we've been sitting between the house, Jim McCabe.
Oh, yeah.
Who's old now?
So,
The Caves out on 28th.
Really cool. Well, welcome back and thanks for coming to see me.
thanks for.
And Eric, I owe you an apology.
You Joe.
Yes, I do. Well, I didn't think about you if you wanted to stay open late for that music on Monroe.
Oh, no, that's okay.
But we're gonna do another one on August 8th if you do want to stay open.
August 8th,
Uh-huh.
okay, is that a speaker here?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna have music again. Yeah. So I'll get you some more details. Okay.
Eric, take the apologies from Brian. They don't come that often. I said, take the apologies from Brian. They don't come that often.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else have that? Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to ask, there's so many people coming to the falls and stuff, and I was wondering, if it'd be okay with you guys if I started charging people $10 parking on my property?
Sure.
Charge for parking on my property, would that be okay with you guys?
It's your property, yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
I wanted to get it for you.
Yeah, I mean, if they are parking on your property, then yeah, that come up with something for them, so.
Okay.
It costs you 6 hot dogs to park here, so.
Did not hear you.
All right. You got anything?
So I have,
All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn, so I,
All right. I will second that. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
I was gonna let it hang there for a little bit, right?
Look at that. Look at that. 6.